There is a violent crisis in healthcare today. This crisis has administrators as well as risk managers looking for new innovative ways to protect their employees and the visitors to their facilities. So it's carried like this. The number one thing that if you notice, they don't know what it is, and that creates a deterrent.
It disorients them in order for you to take control of the situation.
The ProV2 has a sci-fi appearance.
First thought, Larry, was that this must be something out of Star Wars. I mean, it almost looks like a blaster.
You don't know what it is, but you know it means business.
It brings a whole new paradigm to de-escalating violence.
There is a true need for a humane, accurate, effective way to de-escalate situations before they get to the point of physical conflict or assault.
The hospital violence is spiraling out of control.
I'm looking at this as a physician who wants to de-escalate things, but also not injure innocent bystanders.
And the marketplace has not had a solution for this particular problem.
One is the hands-on manual restraint that can be effective, but it can injure the person that you're trying to restrain, or officers and security guards that are actually using that type of physical confrontation.
As a 26-year law enforcement veteran, I know the challenges of quickly determining appropriate levels of force.
And tasers are potentially lethal.
Police used bullets when a taser didn't work.
Died after police shocked him a dozen times with a taser.
But after the altercation, he appeared to be in respiratory distress.
Wants answers as to why their loved one
died shortly after at the scene.
Badly burned after police used a taser on him,
causing his clothing to catch on fire.
Law enforcement and first responders go through 40 hours of classroom instruction and role-playing scenarios. It starts with evaluating the situation to make sure it's safe for county police officers, firefighters, first responders, and the public.
Healthcare is looking to reduce risk.
The ProV2 is the right choice for the right situation.
The ProV2 is just remarkable, where you go from laser sight on the floor to pulling it up and saying, I am recording this, and we are recording it in audio and video.
And the evidence that is kept in this machine could be used in the court of law.
It's not a question of he said, she said, but rather it's factual.
Everybody is suing, the victims and the perpetrators, regardless of the fault involved, and settlements are going up.
The optimum way, it seems to me, is with this device. Now, I'm biased. I looked at it, I researched it, I looked at the psychology of it, I looked at the technology, and I looked at the research.
Mm-hmm. And it has a strobe system on the front, a strobe light. When the strobe goes off, in the mind of a deranged subject, it's going to deter the action. And that's what you want to do. You want to stop the aggression.
It is psychologically reasonable. It shows somebody that you are serious about what can be done, that you are recording them and documenting them, and then if needed, and most of the time it's not needed, but if it is deployed, it is extremely effective, and the confrontation is ended.
Most perpetrators have planned something out in their mind over and over again. It's called the OODA effect.
It's difficult to break them out of that with just talking to them.
What we want to do is break up that chain.
And it also has third-party call. As soon as you press the actuator for the third-party call, I'm automatically talking to 911. Deterrence. 9 out of 10, it's going to deter the action.
It's gone from aggression to preservation.
Mentally, what are you pointing at me? It's going to happen. It's going to happen 100% of the time. What are you pointing at me? Is that a taser? The dot, the red dot, it tells people I'm going to probably be hit with something.
The federal study shows you have 70% compliance when you see that red light.
If the aggressor at this point gets aggressive,
you can pull the trigger and deploy the pepper spray right there between the eyes.
When you put the laser pointed guider on the person or on the subject, it's going to hit where it's calibrated to 10 feet. It's going to hit there.
Okay. You don't have any on you?
No. None at all on it.
This OC is the super potent kind of pepper spray. This is 40 times stronger than what you would get at the sporting goods store.
Put it on the tip of your tongue.
It's pepper. It's not going to hurt you. But can you imagine that?
That's hot.
Can you imagine that?
Hot.
This is your face, your nose. You've ingested it. It's
Right.
in your eyes.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what it's going to do to an aggressor.
Right.
Right?
Just cayenne pepper, but wow.
Just pepper. But look at the center being a non-combatant.
So as a police officer who's used pepper spray before,
This is wonderful. Because
what would you get before when you would shoot the pepper spray?
everybody in the vicinity would become sprayed with pepper.
Including you.
I have actually, this is a true incident. I had a guy on the ground. I was trying to handcuff him. One of my co-workers comes up with pepper, shoots him, and 3 seconds later, I get the mist. I can't see anything. So the difference between that pepper and the way this is deployed is
it's a laser shot right between the eyes, and it will disable the person instantaneously.
and I still have enough in here in this canister to go 3 or 4 more rounds. So the video, the audio, the ability to defend yourself with the pepper spray, this is the next generation in deterring the aggressor.
The people that have used the unit have been extremely pleased with it.
In the hospitals where we have significant and comprehensive testimonials, they all love this device.
The documentation, the audio, the video, the automatic Bluetooth transmission will make any lawyer for a plaintiff turn around and shut his briefcase and leave the room.
I looked at one hospital that did a pilot program in December and January. By February, they had adopted it.
And they just say the first day that it's implemented, it pays for itself.
It's safe, it's effective, it will lower their medical legal liabilities.
It's less than your deductible on your general liability insurance.
And it will protect patients and staff. So my advice to hospitals and schools and so forth would be, for heaven's sakes, do your own due diligence, look at the literature, read the brief white paper, and evaluate.
The ProV2 is a game changer.
Simple and effective.
This is the first legitimate choice we have between talking and shooting to de-escalate the situation.
This is the future.
It is an entire paradigm shift.
And its time has definitely come.
The ProV2. Prevention, protection. The ProV2. Because wisdom is your best weapon.